Hey guys, what's going on today? Bojo here, and welcome back to episode number 20 of our Montreal Canadiens franchise mode series here in NHL 19. So in the last episode, guys, we unfortunately had our playoff run come to an end. We were eliminated in Game 7 double overtime to the Tampa Bay Lightning as they moved on to the Eastern Conference Finals. But as you guys can tell from this picture right here, they were not able to get by the Philadelphia Flyers, who end up winning the Stanley Cup here in year number 5, which is very, very interesting, to say the least. Or year number 4. Is it year 4? It's year 4, I think. But in today's episode, we're going to be doing a lot of prepping for the draft. We probably will do the draft today, since I really don't have any crazy prep to do in order for that. But as you can see here from the playoff tree, Tampa did end up going to 7 with Philly, and then it was Philadelphia versus Dallas in the Stanley Cup Finals, where the Flyers ended up winning that in 6. Dallas beat Vancouver in the Western Conference Finals in 5 games. So very interesting look there to the Stanley Cup playoffs. If you look at the AHL playoffs, Utica did make it to the Calder Cup again, who was looking for their 4th straight Calder Cup victory, but unfortunately the Tucson Roadrunners walk away with a victory there in Game 7. So Utica was looking for the freaking 4-peat. That team is just way too damn good to be that consistently good in the AHL. It's pretty ridiculous, but we'll go over the awards really quickly. Obviously, this Philadelphia Flyers won the Stanley Cup this year, so congrats to my hometown team. So the President's Trophy winners are the Stanley Cup champions this year in year number... All right, so we're at, what? Year 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so this was year number 4. Clarence S. Campbell went to Dallas. Obviously, Prince of Wales went to Philly. And then we'll take a look at the player awards. Art Ross went to Patrick Kane for the 2nd year in a row. Hart goes to Brock Besser. James Norris went to John Klingberg. Lady Bing, Patrick Kane, 2nd year in a row. Caldwell Memorial goes to B. Lynch on the Carolina Hurricanes. Conn Smythe went to Mike Smith. My God, dude. He's like almost in his upper 30s, maybe low 40s, and he's like 70-something overall. And he just won it for Philly, so that's pretty crazy. Vezina, he gets the Vezina as well. Sergei Bobrovsky and Jonas Korpisalo get the Willie Mann Jennings Trophy. Bill Masterton goes to John Moore. Frank J. Selke goes to Connor McDavid. All right, interesting. Ted Lindsay, Brock Besser, and Maurice Richard, Vladimir Tarasenko. So good job there from the NHL guys. And then we'll just take a look at the team awards for the AHL really quickly. Pretty much all you need to know is right there. Utica, 3 straight Calder Cup wins, but the Tucson Roadrunners, the AHL team for the Arizona Coyotes, are the Calder Cup champs this year. And then pretty much there's all the other awards that follow right there. Cool. And then we'll just take a look at the player awards. So Lipanov, don't know who that is. Jarvinen, don't know who that. Wojcicka, don't know. Jarvinen, and these probably are getting into the realm of creative players there. Eddie Shore goes to, that's Pierre Oliver Joseph, I think, right? Charlie Lindgren got the Best Goalie Award. Anton Hudobin got the Butterfield Trophy. Fortier got the Fred T. Hunts. Jeremy Lazon got the Yannick Dupree. And then Harry Hapholmes goes to Carter Hutton. All right, so there's all the AHL awards, as you guys saw, all the playoff awards. And now we can pretty much get looking at this draft, as the lottery is going to be coming up soon as well. Now, I wanted to simulate up to June 16th for you guys, because I'm pretty sure that's when most, if not all, of my scouts have been done their scouting, and we should know everything by the time we get there. Caden Cron, we still don't know anything about him in the Dell League. I didn't really scout the Dell at all, but he looks to be the consensus #1 overall pick going here. I could technically scout him for maybe like a couple weeks if I wanted to do that. I wonder, can I scout player? No scouts in the region. Yeah, I would have to send somebody out to the Dell, but we're not getting the 1st overall pick as it is anyway. But he seems to be, like I said, the consensus #1. We do have a gem here in Quentin Lukowich at #2, but obviously we're not going to be drafting #2. We're looking probably in the realm of, like, I think 7, 8, 9 is what we are looking at in this area. So hopefully we get some more information on DeAndre Colburn and Joey Brismanis here. A couple of potential medium elite players here in that 7, 8, and 9 range, which would be really, really nice. But there are medium top 6 forwards, medium top 4 defensemen that we have, high top 6 forwards in Vesa Laakkonen, which could be really nice as like a playmaker, a medium elite defender, or center, sorry, and Ariel Zancaro. So there's a lot of good potential players there for that first pick, but also remember we have 3 second-round picks as well, so we could definitely package up a bunch of those and hopefully move back up into this draft and maybe get some more steals here. But I'm going to start pinning some players here. So let's take a look at gems and busts. Start pinning out some of these guys who are definitely lower on the central scouting rank as well as our scouts rank. So we have low elite defender here, medium potential starter at 95, low elite Pyrola, Lukowicz, which we already saw at number 2. I'm not going to pin him. Terrell Foligno, medium elite two-way forward there at number 94. And then we also have 2 busts there. Daniel Pearson, 33, 30th overall. Medium, top 9, doesn't look too great. And then Braden Umberger also doesn't look too fantastic there either. Okay, so we got the gems pretty much locked down. We do have a medium franchise potential goaltender, 100% scouted here, Vladimir Svitov, 70th overall as a goaltender. I would like to possibly draft him if all possible. Also, maybe potentially Stuart Kilger, a low franchise potential defenseman, possibly at 204, which is nice. And we also have 2 high elite guys here potentially as well, Theo York and Jesper Sodgren. So it would be nice to definitely take a look at those guys. Bruce Grantham, I'll add him there. Medium elite defensive defenseman, which wouldn't be too bad. Medium elite again defenseman. Any guys that have like 4 or 3 bars are definitely worth looking into. Serge Boschman, which isn't terrible. And then probably just going to get after all the medium elites here. Probably low elites. Yeah, bunch of low elites in here. Hagos, 260, which wouldn't be bad. Then we probably get like, if there's any like high top 6s, yeah, like this guy locking in, which I said was the only high top 6, so. Alright, so some interesting players there to keep on my watch list for sure. Pinned a good bit of players, but we already know what we're looking at for the draft as we saw on the draft board. Once again, I'll just show you guys really quickly as we dive into this. If you go to the projected picks of our first round pick, that is property of the Nashville Predators, it looks like it's 7th right now, depending on how the lottery stands. And obviously, you could go back as far as like 3 spots, either 8 or 9. And we could have a potential to grab either Per Seidenberg, Lorenzo Boyer, or DeAndre Colborn with that pick. And then 3 second-round picks, which follows, which are currently sitting at, it looks like 40. Okay, so this one looks to be a back-to-back pick. Yeah, this one's a back-to-back pick between Colorado and New York. And then this Ottawa one is in the 50s, 10 spots away. But so we do have back-to-back potential picks, right? Well, we do have back-to-back picks in here in the second round in the 40s and the 50s, which is only 10 picks or so into the second round, which will be really, really nice if we see any potential steals. But like I said, we can move a bunch of those picks up to get back into the first round if there's somebody that we really, really want to grab. And then I can maybe potentially continue to like do the old move back method on my picks. If I don't see anybody that I want to grab, I can move back in the draft and maybe get some more picks to snag up here. But like I said, I don't think there's anything I need to do. I'll probably get the notification to update my draft board. So I'm just going to advance a couple days here until I get the notification to update my trading block, which I will do, as well as the lottery results, which we will definitely get notified of probably soon, which they are right there. And we are going to be going to number 9. So we were scheduled to go number 7, and we're moving all the way back to number 9. So we lose the draft lottery again. So it looks like Detroit, Boston, and the New York Islanders are all drafting in the top 3, followed by Minnesota, Buffalo, the LA Kings, San Jose, Chicago, and then us at number 9. All right. Interesting. So we're drafting number 9. And let's go to view draft class, see if we have any final assessments here of players. Not particularly. No, not really any final assessments, it looks like. So we're drafting 9th. So I don't think we're going to get that Lackinen guy. No high top 6. Maybe if I packaged up the 2nd. But if we're drafting 9, if somebody maybe goes off the board, Lorenzo Boyer would be nice to grab. DeAndre Colborn, I don't really know much about. I would probably go off the board a little bit and grab up Bruce Grantham, who's another good defensive defenseman. Cut down our goal scoring, obviously, while our goaltenders continue to progress a little bit. Getting a nice defensive defense, another one would be really, really nice. You know, just solidify up that back end for sure. But I would like Laukkanen, if I could. High top 6 center forward would always be nice. Obviously, these 3 elite guys here are always good to have as well. But the top 2 guys, we don't really know their potential. We don't know Caden Cron or Ricky Perreault. It's either Perreault or Perrott. We don't know their potentials, but I can only assume they're pretty good. And we'll have to keep an eye on that franchise goaltender that I definitely want to grab there at 70th overall. Maybe with that 3rd, 2nd round pick, I could probably grab him up. But that'll be nice to see. So no information on the draft. Hopefully I get a trade block update because I definitely want to add some players there. Yes, let's view retired players. Let's see who retired. Anybody on our team potentially retired. So we got Joe Thornton, Zetterberg, Perry. Let's just take a look at forwards first. All right, so Thornton's done, Zetterberg, Perry, Vanek, Koivu, Kessler, Oshie retired, Backus. Yeah, so there's some big names in there that have retired for sure for forwards. Defensemen who retired on defense: Phaneuf, Seabrook, Goligoski, Hamhuis, Sakara. Yes, there's some big names there. A lot of guys with a lot of games played for defense. I don't think we lost anybody in particular to retirements. There was nobody really old on our team to begin with for skaters. Yep, didn't lose anybody to retirement, which is good. And then all skaters here. I'll just take a quick look at the goaltenders that have retired. Anybody big is out. Ryan Miller, Cam Ward, Halak, McElhaney. That's about it. So there's still a lot of pretty old goaltenders that are still in there. Pekka Rinne didn't retire yet, so he's still going to be coming back for another year for the Preds. Interesting. All right, can I get a trade block update? Thank you. That's what I was waiting for. Cool. All right, so Yossi, no. We don't need that. Let's update our trading block. We know what we want to add to the trading block. We know we want to add not Peterson, Bouchard. No, we want to add Victor Mete. We want to add Noah Juleson. All right, but I think we are ready to go into the draft here. I'm probably just going to keep this draft kind of simple as best as possible. You know, I did my watching appropriately. I know who I need to grab. Again, if the draft board goes as planned, Laukkanen, have to keep an eye on him. Maybe some players will go off the board a bit, but if he's still there at number 9, I would like that. I doubt it, though. But when it comes to the player who I'm going to choose, more than likely, I'm not going to take Boyer. I don't want a medium top 4. I'd rather take the guaranteed medium elite defensive defenseman. Even if he's like a higher overall, not really sure. I mean, he did have 50 points, but he played in the queue, which isn't terrible. He's got lots of B's and C's for his stats. This guy has a bunch of C's and B's, so his his overall is probably not as good. This guy's probably a higher overall, but I'd rather take the potential to grow for sure. So let's go into the draft. Let's just get this started. Let's just get it started. I'm probably just going to sim to the user pick at this point because there's really nothing I need to look for the top couple picks here. We'll just see who goes where. So, Kron went number 1, Perreault went number 2, Lukowicz went 3rd to the Islanders, Zankara went 4th to the Wild, Andreev went 5th, and then Laukkanen did go 6th to the LA Kings. Boyer actually did go 7th to the Sharks. Seidenberg went 8th to the Blackhawks, which leaves us here at pick number 9. Now, I really don't see who I want to grab. Like, DeAndre Colburn was the player that my scout told us to go out and grab. Shutdown ability, great puck mover, mobility. He's only 17 though as an offensive defenseman. I don't think we need that currently. We already have a couple good offensive defensemen on the way up. I think Bouchard, who had that really tremendous upgrade in the offseason, is an offensive defenseman, so I don't really think I need that. A couple of medium elite forwards in here, but I really don't need the elite forwards right now currently. Probably gonna go off the board a bit. Maybe I can move back. Do you think I could move my pick back maybe a couple spots to like 15th or like 13th or 14th and maybe pick up like an extra pick or something like that? I'm gonna try that because the player who I want is Grantham. Get an extra 3rd in this. Trade rejected. I don't understand why teams don't want to do this like for picks. It just does not make any sense to me. I'll add in 104 and 135 because you guys want to give those up. How about that? Trade rejected. They still don't want to do that. How about just that? Do they want to do that? I don't understand why teams don't want to move back in the draft, like move up. Like, it seems like such a woeful, you know, lopsided trade for deals like this. It just does not make any remotely any sense to me why teams don't want to do these kind of trades. So 2 spots back for a 4th? No. It's just really weird why they don't want to do it. I feel like you have to add in like just a 5th in order for a trade like this to get done. Even like a 6th, honestly. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous that, yeah, they still don't take that. I wonder even if I added a 7th, would they take this? Just move back 2 spots for a 7th? No, they still don't take it because they don't want to give up their 1st. They don't want to give up their 1st, but they want the 9th, but they don't want to move back. It's a very, very convoluted, weird situation with this game when it comes to like moving back in the 1st round, which is pretty bizarre to me. So I guess we'll skip out on that pick for right now, and I'll just make it how I want to. I'm going to take the player who I want. I'm going to skip out on Colborne. I'm going to take the medium elite right there, Bruce Grantham, another defensive defenseman, medium elite potential. Probably a little bit of a lower overall, but I'm going to go off the board there with a little bit of a pick, and we'll take him. So let's go to now. Do we want to move back up into the 1st round? Let's take a look at the draft class really quickly while Florida is making their picks here. So, is there anybody else potentially we want to move up for in this in the draft? Potentially move back into the 1st round for? Felipe Burrows wouldn't be bad, but he's going 17. Remember, we have like 40. We have back-to-back picks like 40 and 41 who we're going to be looking to grab. Low elite guy right there, Passy. Makinen. Only had 2 points though. Another defensive defenseman now. We don't need that. He is a gem though, low elite. So maybe he might be there. Pyrola, Tommy Pyrola, who was also potentially a gem, a left wing power forward, wouldn't be bad. Boschman, medium defenseman right there, 2-way. Yeah, I think we're fine. I don't really see a need to move up. Maybe I can move back with the seconds, but I don't really see a crazy player who I need to move up with those 3 seconds. So I probably will just use the 3 seconds to make the picks. So yeah, let's just see who is available. I think this is a very kind of easy draft to make. Okay, so that Boschman guy is still there, another medium elite defenseman. I think it's time to really start bulking up on these defensive prospects for sure. Let's see if we go down a bit. Yeah, I could grab this Albert Ritu guy as well, who's also medium elite with the back-to-back, or the close to back-to-back pick. Do I want to grab Boschman? He's highest available right now on the draft board. Let's see, B's, couple C's in there. Let's go off the board a little bit here. Let's take Albert Ritu, who's medium elite, 2-way defender. I'll take him at number 11. So we'll take him. Simpson the user picks, so Calgary will make that. They take Pak Spoo. And then with this one, like they went off the board, they took Pak Spoo a little bit. So Boschman is still there. I don't want to take 3 defenders in a row to start, although they'd be really good trade assets. Let's see if we can get a forward prospect in here somewhere. So who's the best forward prospect right now? Benson. Somebody who's had a lot of points, it seems. Caden Hickman had a bunch of points. Strength of competition was alright. Anybody who have like A+. Thomas Abb. Thomas Abb had only 3 assists, 26 games played in the SHL. Decent skating category is kind of crap, but his shooting and puck skills look pretty good. Similar style to Evgeny Kuznetsov, medium top 9 potential forward. It's always good. And where's he supposed to go? At number 57, and we're at 43 right now. Medium top 9, low top 6, Jerome Dumont. I kind of like Jerome Dumont's stats a little bit better, so I'm going to take Jerome Dumont with that one. I kind of like his stats a little bit better. And we still have that one last pick there, number 27. So let's send to the user pick there. So that's number 58. All right, so we're 58. Now where is our next pick at in that 3rd round because I want to make sure that I grab that goaltender, that franchise potential tendy. We're not going till 30th in the 3rd, so we should probably grab the goaltender right now because he probably won't be there. So let's make the pick. Let's make the pick because I'm pretty sure he's somewhere around here. Yeah, the medium franchise potential goaltender that we know for a fact is there. He didn't play any games though in the in Russia. BCB looks like he could be pretty good. We know for 100% he's franchise potential. I'm gonna take him. 70th CS rank, but we have scouted him fully. Thank you to Hino, our scout. And we're going to take a franchise goaltender, Vladimir Svitov, with our 58th overall pick here. Boom. Franchise potential goaltender made right there late in the 2nd round. Medium franchise. That is a huge get for our team. Obviously, it could be a huge trading asset as well if we don't need him. Obviously, we have Carter Hart coming up, but that guy could potentially be the next big thing. So we're not drafting again till like late in the 3rd round, so let's just sim to the user pick. Not getting any trades on Juleson or Mete yet either, so that's pretty interesting. Okay, we got 2 back-to-back gems coming up right here as well, so we're definitely going to be able to snag one of these 2 guys. I'm probably going to take Terrell Foligno. Haven't taken many forwards so far. I don't want another medium potential goaltender prospect. We already just got a fantastic one. So I will take a medium elite left wing 2-way forward, Terrell Foligno, more than likely, 39 points. Level of competition is D in the Q. Obviously, Q is always the weaker of the 2. He's probably a very, very low overall looking at his stats. Decent shooting and census category, but he is medium elite, so I'll take a little bit of time to progress, it seems, unless this Schoenmaker, no, he's a defenseman. Yeah, and they're both gems, so you can't go wrong with either of those choices, but I'll take Terrell Foligno. Since the next user pick, we're drafting 24th in the 4th. Let's take a look at pin players. Any pin players still available? All right, so we still have Kilger, who's not going until 204, and we know Hagos is a low elite power forward who's not going to 260. So these guys might not even get drafted at this point. So we should still continue to take best available until we get to like the higher numbers, and then we'll take those guys probably with like the 5th and the 6th round picks. We have 3 7ths, I think, so we could definitely snag up some late bloomers here. Yeah, it's probably either Andre Strome or Wilson Rodney potentially to grab here. I'll probably take Andre Strome. He's up there, who's the best, honestly. He's got B- for shooting category, so I'll take that. Another 2-way forward with a good shot is always nice to have, so we'll take him. Trade coming in. We get Colorado's 5th and 7th. Okay, so we get the 6th for this year. So I move back, 10 to 12. So I move back 17 spots, and I get a 7th round pick for next year. I mean, sure. I don't really see there was anybody else who I needed to grab up until this point, so I'll grab up an extra pick for next year. So 165 we're drafting right now in the 6th, and I think we only have 1 more pick after that, or do we still have the 3 picks in the 7th? No, we have 2 picks in the 6th round, which is good, because that was Colorado's, and then I think we have 3 7ths, right? Yeah, so we're drafting at 6, drafting at 24 and 26. Yeah, so we have 3 7th round picks. So I think it's time to possibly grab up once again best potentials that we see left available. Miles Hogwell is up there, a right wing playmaker. I feel like that's a good pick to make. We'll make that. Okay, so 179 we're at right now. 179, and our pin players are at 204 and 260. So I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to take Stuart Kilger right there. Another potential low franchise player is always nice to have, so I'm just going to swoop up these guys with the last couple picks. We're going to take Hagos there, who was potentially supposed to go 260, but I'll take him. Low elite power forward, always nice to have. Still lots of elite potential players here. We still have this Rene Bergevin guy, who's a 2-way defender. I'll probably just grab him. He's got the 3 stars on the elite, which is always kind of best to have. And then with our last pick here, very successful draft, if I would say so myself. There's a low top 9 guy there, but let's just see. Any other really good guys with like 2 bars or 3 bars on like medium top 9s? Yeah, it's kind of just like really falls off after this, so we should probably just take take a chance on maybe like these elite guys right here. Maybe the 2-bar elites would be not terrible. Maybe even one of these 2 guys up here. Harry Douglas, another defender, or we could go with Ted Balak, playmaker. He got 63 points in 60 games in the OHL, which is not terrible. No, he has some pretty decent stats, it looks like. Potentially being elite. Let's take a look at Zach Edmonds. No points, doesn't look too great. And then we also have Nicholas Kronwall. Not the Nicholas Kronwall, but a Nicholas Kronwall. Yeah, let's take Ted Balak, because Harry Douglas didn't really seem to have anything too fantastic. I don't want another defender. Let's take Ted Balak. 63 points in 60 games, like I said, is pretty good. 50 penalty minutes, a lot of time on the ice. Passing shot looks to be really good. Really good shooter and puck skills. As a playmaker, defensive consistency, injury prone, agility. Always looks interesting as well, but I'll just take Ted Balak. Who knows what he could come out. Draft is over, and we got a pretty nice little haul right there. Drafting 9th overall, and then drafting not again until 41 and 43 and 58. Those 3 second-round picks I think are going to pay off for us. We know for a fact we drafted a franchise potential goaltender and another low franchise potential player, I think, who was a defenseman. So it'll be interesting to see if those guys pan out at all for us, which would be nice. And now we can just move into the re-sign stage, which I will probably take it to the next episode, more than likely. I do have 33 minutes on the recording right now. All right, so I'll just show you guys the re-signs really quickly, who we have to re-sign, and then I'll do that in the next video for you guys. So we have 28 mil of cap space because that huge contract from Kulikov went off the books. So just show you guys really quickly who we need to re-sign in the re-sign stage here. The Svetov guy wouldn't be a bad option to re-sign, so we'll have to see what happens with him. But Legacy, Primo, they need to be re-signed, but that shouldn't be a problem to re-sign those guys for AHL goaltenders. Carter Hart needs to be tendered a qualifying offer, so he will 100% be re-signed. We have all these really good potential defenders that we just drafted. 2 medium elites for 100%. 2 potential low elites, and then a low franchise guy in Kilger. So we can definitely wait on a bunch of those guys to see. A lot of our AHL defenders contracts are coming up, but we have a bunch of these new prospects coming in as well, so we can probably start getting rid of some of those some of those veterans that have been on this AHL team for the long haul, and start plugging them in with the really good prospects that we have to start playing their time in the AHL. But nobody really big on defense, it looks like. Yeah, there's nobody really big on defense that needs to be re-signed. Jelena, Kulikov, Pullman. Like I said, we can re-sign those guys for like depth roles on the NHL team, but as for like RFAs, nobody really needs to be re-signed there, which is good. Right wingers, let's see. So Armia needs to be re-signed. Nikita Sherbak will definitely want a little bit of money. Senishin needs to be re-signed as well, potentially. I might just qualify him an offer. Left wingers, nobody really needs to be re-signed left winger wise, which is nice. And then centers, probably just the big one is Jesperi Kakaniemi, which will want to sign him long term for a very good amount of money. Like, what's he looking for actually anyway? Yeah, 6-year deal, 6 mil. I can definitely swing that. I could probably get him on a really good discount as well. So he'll need to be re-signed, but nobody really troublesome here. We should have more than enough money to get it done with 28 mil. And we'll have a bit of extra cash as well to do some fun stuff in free agency. So we'll do all that next time. I might actually just do free agency offhand for myself as well. It's kind of take the reins a little bit and do something myself without your guys' help for once. But thank you guys for watching. I feel like that was a really good draft. Let me know what you guys thought of it down below. Other than that, I will catch you guys in episode number 21, where we re-sign everybody and we go into free agency. So I'll catch you guys then.